Hey you guys, welcome back. Today we're going to discuss if Taraji P. Henson is to blame for the poor success of The Color Purple, because I've been on social media and I've seen a lot of people, switch sides, they really turn their tune up on Taraji P. Henson, and I'm like, no guys, no. What we're not going to do is allow the media to control our perspective and allow us to throw our sister under the bus. That's not what we're gonna do. We're not gonna do that. People say, I'm gonna leave the comments for you guys here. A lot of people say, well, she picked the wrong time to expose the truth. I mean, whether it was the truth or not, she picked the wrong time. She derailed the success of the movie. But my question to you folks is this, and you guys can leave in the comments: when is the perfect time for us black people to speak out? Because I'm going to leave a lot of comments that I've seen on social media that rub me the wrong way. I'm going to leave them right here, you guys, because it really goes to show how fickle our community is. That we allow a woman, a black sister that have just done what she's supposed to do as an actress, put her fiber and her whole being into her work, and don't get paid her worth. And if you know the system of Hollywood and how it works, you would never bat an eyelash when Taraji P. Henson said the math isn't mathing. She's not going to pay according to her worth. Because Hollywood is built like this. We're going to make them famous, but we won't make them rich. And what we see today, we've seen a bunch of people from, a bunch of nobodies that they actually took on the hood to spread an agenda. But a lot of them aren't rich. But you see them everywhere, right? It's the truth. What she's saying is the truth. We're going to make them famous, but we won't make them rich. We're going to make them want us. And that is how slavery began. She come up and speak about it, and then we call her an angry black woman. Shut up. It's about time you shut up. You're overwhelming. I've seen a lot of those types of comments. And it's really sad. I think this was a perfect time for Taraji P. Henson to come out and speak. A lot of people say that her come out and speaking up is what kind of derailed the movie. When was the perfect time? That is a motherfucking question. When is the perfect time? Because our community, us as black people, we get told to shut up and don't speak up. Don't speak up. Shut up. They might call you the next time. You might get more money next time. So shut up. Don't push it. We always get told that. We've been getting told that 400 years ago. So we gotta wait 400 years more to just speak our truth? Come on now. I stand with Taraji P. Henson. And this is why our community is set all the way back. It's like we're making progress. It's like we're taking, 5 steps forward and 4 steps backward. Now make it make sense. When is the perfect time to really speak up? I heard a lot of people say, well, I think she should have at least wait until the movie get its correct accolades and everything. That's when she should have spoke up. But no, this was the perfect time. Because if this movie did well, Taraji P. Henson and those black girls, our black sisters and brothers, they would have not got the money from the movie that did so well. It would have been the studios and Oprah and those types of people that would have got the money. So of course, this is Taraji P. Henson's business. And we as consumers, I don't think we have that right to say, well, you should speak this time and that time and those. No. But this is the thing. We are still living in slavery. When our own type of people are saying, well, don't speak because it might ruffle the slave owners' feathers. Yes, don't speak because it would ruffle those types of people's feathers. And in this perspective, the studios, the producers, the big wigs, the black holes, those are the slave owners, the modern day slave owners. In this perspective, you guys, take heed. What Taraji P. Henson is saying is nothing new. We've heard it so many times. Some of us has accepted and received it, received the truth. And some of us has just swept that truth under the carpet. No. No. So I'm happy that Taraji P. Henson said, you know what, I am done with the fuck shit. Let me speak up, because this was the perfect time to speak up while promoting the movie that I was fucking paid less than for. That's what Taraji P. Henson literally said. She jumped hurdles to get to where she is today, and then y'all want to pay her chump change? And then expect her to go out and promote your movie with a cute outfit and a nice hair, a nice wig, a full face of makeup with a smile on my face, knowing that I'm hurt on the inside? That is what Monique said. I'm not calling anyone out, my sweet babies. I'm calling them up to make our community better. What Taraji P. Henson did was not wrong. Monique said this. I will be damned if I sit down and pretend to get along with a, to get along with a fuck shit. I'll be damned if I sit down and lose my integrity over a paycheck. Knowing that is wrong. I'm the little girl that's coming up behind me. If I accept this Oscar and get paid this type of money, what it is going to say to the girl that's coming after me, you guys? What Taraji said was, it was a perfect time. I stand with her. And I want us niggas, to stand with this woman. Because now that the media, because I've seen it. I've seen the scam that the media's, played within the last 2 weeks. I've seen it. But those that have eyes may see, those that have ears may hear. However, the media got hold of that narrative. And you see how they switched that narrative, that Taraji P. Henson is to blame for the poor success of The Color Purple. You see, right? They put a switcheroo. And that is what they do. So I want us as a community. This is bigger than The Color Purple. This is bigger than Oprah. This is a fight that is not a Taraji P. Henson's fight. It's not a rich person's fight. It's an everybody fight. It's an our fight. If you could really open our fucking eyes and see that, we will accept this woman. We won't allow the media to control our perspective. We won't allow the media to control who we support and who we don't. We will not allow the media to control who we like and who we don't like. Because this was the perfect time. Where I am in my life, I've grown tremendously. I've grown so much that I see things so much differently that I'm not going to allow this woman to... You see, and if you're a fan, you will know that this has always been her fight. Equality in Hollywood. The same thing happened with Empire. She almost walked away from, I remember, if you guys remember, when Empire was in its heyday seasons, come on, I remember Taraji P. Henson in 2015, you see that 2015 to 2017 run, Taraji P. Henson should have been the highest paid woman in Hollywood. The ratings that she brought in alone, the ratings that Cookie brought in alone should have made her the highest paid woman in Hollywood between 2015 to 2017. But she wasn't. She was still fighting. But this is how black people are. We are strong, we're resilient, we're beautiful. Because she's still fighting with producers on Empire to get the same amount of payment as Terrence Howard while killing Cookie Lyon on primetime TV. You get me right? So of course, I mean, like I said, Hollywood is a business where they want to make you pretty, they want to make you famous, but not rich. So I feel I understood Taraji when she said, disgusting. It's disrespectful. The math isn't mathing. I'm not being paid my worth. I understand what she's saying. Because when will it stop? At some point, the beautiful gowns, as Aretha Franklin said, at some point, the beautiful gowns, the nice wigs, the stylists, the wigs, the hairstyle, the makeup, the expensive clothes, the haute couture, it gets old, it gets stale. And as a big woman growing up in that business, as a woman getting older in that business, what a fucking haute couture gown could do? A gown can't pay my bills and feed me. At some point, the couture has to stop and pay me my worth. And that's what they love to do. They love to pay black people in assets. What you call it? They love to pay them in material assets. I realize that too. A car, you know, they don't like to pay you with nothing tangible that worth anything. Because if Hollywood pay these actresses like Taraji P. Henson they worth, number one, they will have too much power. They will have a say-so. You can't come and pay them any type of chump change. You get me right? They can buy their own house and land. You know? They wouldn't need you. So that's why they don't pay them their worth. That's the honest truth. Like I said, this is how Hollywood works. We are in the business with the studios, not the actresses, not the talent. Talent comes and goes. So our business is with the studios, not the talent. You get my point? We are in the business to making you look famous, but not rich. We need to keep that power dynamic in structure. We need to keep the power on our side as long as we can. We all know that this business wasn't set up for people like Taraji P. Henson, black actresses and actors to win. So why are we getting mad at Taraji P. Henson for speaking out? Why are we getting mad? We all know this. We know it from our core. We know it. We know it. But like I said, we've allowed the media to control how we feel. And this is not right. You people do not allow the media, because this is what the media and this is what that collective of Hollywood people do. They push a narrative. They get hold of the narrative. And they push this type of narrative that the public will soak up. And we're going to end up loving the oppressor. And we're going to be hating the victim. Taraji did nothing wrong. I didn't want to say this yet. I could see certain aspects of this movie and how the promotion was. Because yes, this was Fantasia's first featured film and Danielle Brooks' first featured film. And for Danielle, it's really disrespectful that this is her first featured film. Because that girl she's bad. Like, bad for her. She's a great actress. And this is her first featured film and she's been doing this for years. That's really disrespectful, but that's another story. Yes, I kind of understand that people say that Taraji P. Henson, the drama overshadowed those ladies' debut. But if they knew, they knew. If they really know, if they say the sisterhood is real, they would understand. Because none of them get paid their worth. None of them. Whether it's music, whether it's none of them get paid their worth. Not one of them. So they should be able to see the fight. Because remember, throughout the interviews, they say that they were handpicked for this movie Color Purple. They were handpicked. But they still had to audition to prove themselves to the studios. Right? However, these ladies were handpicked. So why is that, number one, they aren't being paid properly, number one. Number two, there were no food and there were no trailers. And I see a lot of people blaming Oprah. I mean, yes, she is to take the blame. Like I say, she is to take the blame. I mean, she wasn't the only producer, yes, but come on, like, she's a big figurehead in Hollywood. I know she got a lot to say if, I want to say if Oprah say who she is and who they portray Oprah to be, she should have a lot to say, right? These things should have been done for these ladies that were hand-picked. So we solely can't blame Oprah. The studios are to blame too, And that's the honest truth. I'm going to look back at, one of the biggest movies that was done last year. The Barbie movie. That was also produced by Warner Brothers. The same studio that produced The Color Purple. When I see that movie, as a fan, looking outside in, I could see that those people, the cast on the Barbie movie, they had the top-notch treatment. They had the best of the best. I could see it. And I watched the Barbie movie, and that movie was trash. I could see it's some shit that that is some top-notch shit. And that Barbie movie was top-notch. They had the best treatment on and off set. It's certain things that really catch your eyes, right? The Warner Brothers Studios, they would have never treated Margot Robbie and that entire white cast. Predominantly white cast. Just had a sprinkle of little black people on that movie. So a little sprinkle. Is Ray. Was she the only black person on there? Oh no. Some other boy. But you see, there was a Ken Barbie on there too. So that's why I said the sprinkle of black. A little sprinkle. Not too much. A little sprinkle, a little brown sugar on top of a white cupcake. You get my point, right? I could tell that they had the best of the best. Even how they had this, the movie theaters for the Barbie premiere. Pink carpet, the pink Barbie box, take photos. The best of the best. It was marketed well. Why we can't do this for The Color Purple? Why we can't do this for our story, not his story? Why we can't do this and make our story big and impactful? And then y'all got the guts to say on social media, Taraji P. Henson is to blame for the derail of The Color Purple. It's her fault. It's our fault because we don't support stuff like this. You see, when we have a predominantly black cast, especially black women, we don't support it. That's why they don't get paid their worth. That's why they don't get paid their worth. We don't support it. We don't. That is why we will have people like Taraji P. Henson breaking her silence, broken and crying about equality in Hollywood. I mean, I think there's a market out here for black talent. There's a market out here for black. There is. I feel like so many different types of entities and so many different types of things played into the poor success of The Color Purple. I mean, that is an old movie. Nobody really don't, especially this generation, don't really care about it. That's the honest truth. I don't think Oprah, Taraji P. Henson, Fantasia Barrino, and Danielle Brooks could have get a young audience out of their home throughout the Christmas holiday just to watch The Color Purple, watch Through the Cold Weather, to watch. No, this is not Oppenheimer or which was a big blockbuster for over the holidays, and what it was, the movie with that guy that had Lisa Bonet, Aquaman, that's my meaning. The Color Purple is not an Aquaman or a, it's not even a fucking Black Panther. So a lot of things played in the poor success of The Color Purple, just not Taraji P. Henson. You people just love to throw stuff around. That's the honest truth. I haven't watched it myself because, yes, I think a lot of nasty, negative energy been flying over this movie. However, I purchased this movie on Apple TV, on my TV. I purchased it. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna watch it soon. But we need to support our own. When our people, and I want to say this, what Monique said, because oftentimes our Black community will sit down and watch us being threw up and spit out by the wolves, and we say nothing. Oftentimes Black people, Black women and men will speak up, and they will go unheard from our own people. And then until we die, they make a movie about it. And then we will say as a community, well, he was right, she was right. No, we got to hold our people together while they're here. We got to give people our flowers while they are here. I stand with you, Taraji. You're a phenomenal actress. Phenomenal. The best of our time. A lot of people say that, well, her speaking up now, she blackballed herself. She hindered her own career because a lot of studios not want to put up with stuff like this. She's a loudmouth. She's difficult now. And I want to say this, the people that think she's blackballed, even Hollywood, just two things. If y'all decide to blackball Taraji P. Henson, I myself will not watch any and support any of y'all blockbuster movies, number one. Number two, if y'all decide to blackball Taraji P. Henson for speaking up, Hollywood got to shut some doors. I'm serious. If y'all decide to blackball Taraji P. Henson for this, knowing that so many people have done worse, y'all gotta shut some doors because they don't make talent like Taraji P. Henson anymore. You see, this type of talent don't be at a bus stop waiting to be picked up by a bus. Y'all gotta shut some doors after blackballing this lady. So that's all I'm gonna say. Lovely people, have a wonderful weekend. I love you so much, and I will see you on my next video.